Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the pod, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey, we are live. When it comes to the Kings, that's my favorite show. Yep. Do it for Deuce.
Almost fell out of my chair. We are live. Hi, Mo.
Hi. Really?
I'm not used to this setup. It's been a while since we've been here. What's up, everybody?
What up, Deuce?
Hey.
Hey, Morgan.
I feel naked without Jebediah.
I'm rooting for y'all.
Yeah. How about those 12 and 37 Kings?
Let's go, Kings.
We are live tonight
Yep.
from the NBC Sports California studios in San Francisco. Staying the night here because the Kings play Celtics tomorrow night. Well, breaking news. We got to be down here for that game for Kings pre and post game. Appreciate all the basketball sickos hanging out with us tonight. One of those games that, can you really be too mad at this point in time? You're a bad team. You're in the game. Anyway, what's up, dude?
Save it.
I know.
You said what's up, not how are you doing? Same thing. Yeah, I feel how I've felt for a little bit now.
Yeah.
Like, which is pretty crazy to not really feel.
You know what? Let's save it. Before we dive into everything on the podcast, we're going to go over the good, the bad, sprinkle in a little trade stuff too as well.
Yes.
And reminder, we're going to be live again tomorrow night, late night. We're going to end the show in San Francisco, drive back to Sacramento, and do the show from the studio. So we'll be on a little later coming up tomorrow night, which is on a Friday. Friday nights, Deuce and Mo. If you have not done it yet, the biggest thing you can help us do to grow our channel is hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment after, but also make sure you're subscribed to this channel. All it does is help us grow. So more basketball sickos around the basketball world can see what we do. In the meantime, shout real fast to, what's up, Mr. J? We got Adam. What's up, Shy, John, Thomas, Tyler. West Sac Kings fan, one of the OGs in the building, relax into the black. What's up, Cats? Scout, Biggity Blake. Appreciate all you sickos for being here.
Appreciate you, sickos. Also, you are all basketball sickos. I think every Kings fan that's actually watching every single game, and then even if you're not watching every single game, but you're still just coming and watching podcasts either live or not. You're sick in the head.
And you're the best, just like us.
No, you're sick in the head. Don't you forget that.
Give me a hell yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and start the show. Deuce and Mo coming on 3, 2, 1. Hit by music. There's no music. Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast, recording this on a Thursday night. We are at the NBC Sports Studios in San Francisco, recording this after another Kings loss. 7 straight losses for the Sacramento Kings. They are now 12 and 37 on the season with a 113-111 loss in Philly that went down to the wire. Tyrese Maxey with a game winner in and one with 1.3 to go to seal it for the Sixers. And it wasn't even an and one opportunity. I mean, it was an and one opportunity. Can I just start over? I messed that up. It's going to bug me. He missed a free throw on purpose.
Oh, sure. And you can do whatever you want. It's your show. I'm just here. Just like in the postgame show, just like in the pregame.
3, 2, 1. Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast, recording us on a Thursday night from the NBC Sports California studios after the Kings lose their 7th consecutive game on the road. The road trip, it was a rough road trip, but a competitive game tonight in Philly. Tyrese Maxey wins it. A game winner with 1.3 to go. And the Sixers come back and beat the Kings 113 to 111. This podcast presented by our friends over at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. The Kings are now 12 and 37.
Woo, woo.
It's interesting being at this point of the season.
It sure is.
Where, game 50 is tomorrow. It's the 50th game of the season against Boston. But it's interesting when you're watching a bad team and you're as invested as all of us and all the people who watch and consume our content and listen. This is a game that if you watched it, it's really hard to be mad at because at this point you've kind of accepted, like, the Kings are just a bad team.
Accepted.
And if you haven't yet, we have other things to talk about. But tonight was like, hey, they had no Westbrook. They had no Monk. We saw some different lineups out there. Levine came back, came off the bench. The Kings were competitive even in the first half, despite the fact that they were shooting under 41%, had an awesome third quarter, and then it fell apart in the fourth.
That is the best way to put it. But also, when you see this team not have just good moments, because we've seen games with good moments, you're seeing a game like tonight with competitive four quarters. Even when mistakes are being made, fourth quarter, 7 turnovers or however many it was for the Sacramento Kings. I mean, brutal, right? But you're also not watching going, holy shit, this sucks. You're just going, man, it's going back and forth. This is competitive. This is good. This is the fight that I want to see. Like, even at the end when Joel Embiid somehow didn't have full possession of the basketball and they gave the Sixers the timeout anyway. Or right before that, actually, when the Kings got the ball back and VJ Edgecombe and Domas Sabonis were going after the basketball, going after the rebound. VJ's foot's on the line. It's Kings ball. You see Sabonis just like, yeah! And that, to me, is so cool to still see, like, the passion, the competitive nature, because I know some people at home are like, please lose. But I just love when these guys are they still have that. Like, they're hoopers.
Yeah.
They should have that.
Sure, and they should, but not all bad teams have that.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm sure part of this right now, mentally for this group, one, there is a level of just professionalism from guys on this team and pride.
Yep.
Even if they're not a good team.
100%.
But I think there's also, it benefits me as an individual to play well. My name is in trade rumors.
Yep.
I do not want to be the guy where a team is putting on this game tonight, thinking about trading for me and go, I don't see it with that guy.
He doesn't try.
No,
he's a loser.
No, he's just getting points on a bad team.
Yep.
Like, it benefits you playing the right way.
Yes.
And it can benefit the team too. They just didn't have enough in this game. We're going to go over some of the bright spots and some of the bad things. We got to give some Sixers love, and we'll sprinkle in some trade stuff too. The Kings go with a starting lineup tonight. Zach LaVine comes off the bench. They start Neat Clifford again out there with Schroeder, DeMar, Sabonis, Achua. And the one thing I noticed right away to me with this group, instantly, they move the ball. And as of late, that starting lineup has not been moving the ball well. They have not been playing with pace. The Kings couldn't make shit really in the first half.
No.
They were struggling, but the fight was there, and they were actually moving the basketball. What popped to you differently with the Kings offense, just in terms of the quality of looks that they were getting?
The tempo, the pace, the ball not sticking. And I know we say that every single time whenever we do see moments of that, but I thought we saw bigger chunks of that throughout this game, which was very important. It wasn't just my turn, your turn. And then when you did see the ball stick and go my turn, your turn, you could tell that guys were starting to lose trust in one another. They were going, well, shit, I'm not going to get the ball back, so I'm going to jack this shot up. I saw Zach LaVine do that at one point. DeMar, whenever DeMar is getting his and he has an efficient game like tonight, I love to see. But what I also love to see about it is because he was facilitating. He's so good at reading the game when those doubles do come. Honestly, I wish every team would double him, because better things come out of it for the Sacramento Kings because he makes a good decision. And they always say that there's certain players in the league that you do not double because they can make something come out of it. There's just no point. Or you don't blitz. Luka is one of those. He can do a cross-court pass, eyes closed, upside down, doesn't matter. But DeMar doesn't get enough love for that when you see defenses double him and go to him, because he always makes the right pass right away, and it just depends on who's surrounding him and what the spacing is and what the unit is with the Sacramento Kings if they're going to get something done. They ended up doing that with DeMar. He finished with 8 assists in this game and was just super efficient with his shooting. So yes, the offense, the flow, the confidence, the trust, that's what you see when you see fast-paced offense from the Kings.
Yeah, and with someone like DeMar too, it's showing the rest of the league what he can do.
Yeah.
And if you're watching DeMar DeRozan right now, his ability to score the basketball, it hasn't declined, right? Like, he is the master of the mid-range. And with players and scorers like DeMar DeRozan and, even at another level with like Maxey and Embiid, to your point, you have to throw so many different looks at them, because the second you're just predictable with your coverage, then they know. And that's what makes the great ones, the great scorers, so elite, is like they go ahead, throw some shit my way. You have to be a little unpredictable. Throw doubles from different spots, the timing of the double, single coverage, and they could still find ways to score. And I thought tonight DeMar DeRozan just played a really effective game. It's funny, you look at what he did last game when he scored 30-plus points. I think he had 34.
Wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same
No.
because they were single coverage. There was no movement from the Kings. Not only moving the ball, but player movement. There was a lot of ISO standing around, and tonight just felt so different. And as a basketball fan, that's what I want to watch.
I was just going to
the
say,
process
look at
has
me
to
and
be better.
You compared to the other night in a loss to this night in a loss. The product matters. The style of play matters.
Yeah.
And we all know that. We all say that. And I think there's some people out there who are tankathon, just want them to lose every game. And then there's some people who are like, no, I watch because I do want them to win. Or I do want, like, I like watching my team win games, whatever. Ultimately, I think the majority of us want to see this type of shit. And that's the product being played the right way in a Kings uniform, and that's what we saw a lot more of tonight.
Yeah, at the half, it was 60-54. The Sixers were up, but the Kings were shooting 40%. They only had 8 assists at the half, and I'm like, dude, it's so deceiving because they are getting good looks. It felt so much different than last night. And then the third quarter, the shots started to fall.
Yep.
They scored 38 points in the third quarter. It was 38-28. And then all of a sudden, they've got the lead going into the fourth quarter. It was 92-88. That lead expanded to a high point of 103-92 with 7:44 to go.
I was like, holy shit, the Kings are going to win.
Yeah, in that third quarter, it was a lot of the same stuff. Now, they also hit some shots that you're like, I don't know if they hit that. Like, when Schroeder's knocking down 5 threes in a game, that just feels like, well, it's one of those nights, right? Yeah. But they still were playing with much more tempo, and that's the one area with Schroeder I do like. He does have a habit of over-dribbling at times, but more times than not, I know with Dennis is he is looking to get the Kings into things fast. Even if it's looking for his on occasion, he's trying to get into stuff fast, and that benefits everybody on this team.
He likes being in a group knowing that he can trust getting the ball back. He knows he's not going to get it back every time, but he would rather have the best play happen, the best shot selection, whatever outcome of the possession happen, even if it's not just him shooting the basketball. And that, especially when you have someone trying to be the floor manager, is so very important. You see that with Schroeder out there on the floor. And I mean, we've been seeing that with Schroeder even in that second unit coming off the bench.
Some wild-ass numbers from that third quarter. 38-28 Sacramento. The Kings shot just under 73%. They had 9 assists, 3 of 5 shooting. In the paint, they outscored the Sixers in that third quarter, 24-12. They were 12 of 13 in the paint. And also, a huge subplot in this game was their second chance opportunities, 24-0 in the game, but it was 10-0 in the third quarter alone. And so I think that's what was encouraging about watching, again, stylistically. It was like, all right, better ball movement, and then just the effort, rebounding, getting and creating second chance opportunities. It's like, this is refreshing. It's not just, hey, if we miss shots, we lose. It's like, no, we are fighting. We're trying to get rebounds. We're doing the best we can, like, defensively against these guys. Maxey and Embiid, unreal. But that was a plus. And then we got to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and you just mentioned the second chance opportunities, 24-0. I mean, the Kings did a great job on the offensive glass, creating those opportunities, fighting for the ball. You saw that extra effort. You saw that extra fight. And also in a game like this, too, not once in the post game show that we did, or even now, was I thinking minutes for people, because we saw when Dylan Cardwell, when Maxime Reynaud, when Nick Clifford, when they were out there, what they weren't doing in a night like this. I thought maybe the stage of Philly seemed a little bit too big for a couple of them, mostly Nick missing a few of those shots at the rim.
Some great shots at the rim.
Some
Three
great
good
shots.
shots at the rim. One of the first plays of the game on a beautiful cut. Sabonis found him.
Embiid's presence, just screwing with him.
Damn.
Like those. But my point to that, even, you gotta have that experience to learn from it, to get better from it. And I like that he was out there in that starting group getting those moments, whether he was screwing them up, whether he wasn't playing his best basketball. He still finished with almost 27 minutes in this game once again. And we're just seeing that game after game from him, like trying to get his flow. Not a good game from Nick Clifford, and getting more opportunity in that time, but also from the bigs as well. When we saw them go in, you didn't see them be super productive out there. I know Max finished with 8 points in this game.
He had 7 rebounds.
Seven
I thought
rebounds
Max
as well.
had some decent moments in this game for sure. It was good because I feel like he's been kind of in a rut. And honestly, I thought Dylan did the best he could dealing with Embiid. There was a couple calls Embiid got. I was just like, okay, man, what's Cardwell supposed to do in this situation? And you get some fouls, you might as well use some of them. But
I guess my point ultimately, though, for the young guys, I was just glad that even when it just felt like the game, the style, like we're saying, was a better style for the Sacramento Kings, and they got to kind of be in that and experience that against another team where it was competitive against a big and Embiid and MVP and everything else. So
let's give some love to the basketball sickos watching us live, dude. If you're here after
sick.
Your team lost 7 in a row,
Yep.
they're 12-37 hanging out with us.
Give me a hell yeah.
Appreciate you guys so much. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. All it does is help our channel grow. We're going to pound that into the pavement like Russ dribbling the air out of the ball,
He
or
didn't
Dennis.
play
or,
tonight.
I'm just mentioning.
Okay.
No, and that's actually a good lesson. It's like, dude, the ball was moving.
That's all.
tonight. Like,
That's all.
Let's keep
I
that
know.
going the right way. Let's talk about what went down that fourth quarter.
Please.
Fourth quarter, we mentioned it. The Kings are up 103-92 with 7:44 to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Morgan, when are they putting in Maxey and Embiid? The Sixers just look clunky out there, very sloppy early in that fourth quarter. And I was like, man, for Nick Nurse, I understand the trust a little bit, because it's like you have Paul George out there. That's a veteran. That should be enough. Knock down some shots, play the right way. But it looked like things were too much for that group. And the lead balloons to 11. And it's like, wait, is Sacramento really going to win this game? And then after that point of being up 11, Nick Nurse goes back to the bench, and gets Maxey and Embiid back in the game. And that changed everything.
Everything.
Those guys, unbelievable tonight. They combined for 77 points, 40 from Maxey, 37 from Embiid in 36 minutes. If my math is correct, which I think it is, they closed on a 21-8 run the rest of the way.
They're so good together. The way that they are connecting with one another on just such a high level right now. I mean, we were talking about it in that last game that they had against Milwaukee a couple nights ago, when Joel Embiid in transition is running from rim to rim, sprinting. I'm sorry, I shouldn't even say running. Sprinting his ass off, and Maxey finds him for a lob dunk in transition. And I remember seeing that and going, holy shit, he's moving well. And then to see it now again tonight, and to see him play 36 minutes or whatever it ended up being, you're just going, wow, Joel Embiid's at a different level right now because he's so healthy. But at this point of his career, it's so impressive to see that he's able to stay out there and he's playing at such a high level. He's not just putting up numbers. He's trusting everyone.
No, he's what you just said is he is moving well.
Yes.
There have been times the last couple years where you could just tell he's banged up. And as an NBA fan, you're watching him at times wondering how much does he have left to give. Like, he falls on the ground, you see him grabbing his knee, and it's like, okay. And then just not moving well at all. And this season, they kind of ease him back into things. He's not playing a ton of minutes. Now we're talking about a stretch. I think I looked today. He's up to 6 games, the last 6 games, above 33 minutes. 5 of the 6 last games for the Sixers, 30-plus points. And he looks like the Joel Embiid of old. Like, he is playing like he did 3 to 4 years ago, whatever. Sixers fans will be like, well, actually, it was 4 to 5 years ago. Whatever it is, my point is, we have not seen Embiid play like this in such a long time. And the other difference is seeing how much he is trusting his teammates, too, where he doesn't have to do this alone.
Yeah.
You know, Tyrese Maxey, in the time Embiid's been so in and out of the lineup, Paul George being banged up last year, Maxey has evolved into a really talented guard in this league. Named an all-star starter, super efficient scorer, and I think Embiid realizes, no, we can work together. He makes my life easier.
Yep.
Embiid with 8 assists tonight. He had a triple-double last week or something like that.
Yeah, just complimenting each other on a different level right now. And it shows because not only did it happen through the game when they came back in the fourth, but then on that final play that they had. It was sideline out of bounds. VJ Edgecombe was taking the ball out.
No, it was Oubre on the final possession.
It was VJ. God damn it.
I know. It was initially VJ on the first play, then it was knocked away, I believe. I think it was.
So it was knocked out of bounds, 4.4 seconds left, and then
so then they
Oubre
switched it, and Oubre was the inbounder. They put Maxey in the backcourt. Embiid was at the free throw line, and they had George and Edgecombe. They started above Embiid, and then they sprinted to the corner. So VJ was in that left corner.
Yep.
George was in the right corner.
No one was near the basket, you guys.
Right. And so Embiid has Sabonis on him. You've got Ellis kind of cheating off VJ, and then it was Cardwell on... Is that right? Cardwell was on it? Anyway.
Trying to get to
Achua was in there too.
Okay.
Yeah, because they brought the big line. They had Achua, Sabonis, and Cardwell.
Out of the timeout, too. Precious Achua didn't even know that he was supposed to be out there. You see Doug going, what are you doing out there?
They inbound it, and Dennis was kind of fronting him. They inbound it to Embiid, who pops out the three-point line, and Schroeder is kind of like looking to his right.
Well,
looks
he is
away.
Maxey in the backcourt.
I understand. I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you
say
say
that. Yeah, he's defending Maxey.
Yeah.
So Schroeder's looking at on Maxey, like fronting him. And the ball's inbounded to Embiid. Schroeder kind of turns his head to his right. And Maxey just sprints, and the pitch comes from Embiid. And now Maxey's getting downhill. Schroeder's trying to recover. Cardwell and Precious Achua get there, but it was too late. They jumped, and it was too late. And then it's an and one opportunity for Tyrese Maxey. He misses the free throw intentionally. Levine did not get the shot off in time. And the Kings didn't have a timeout. That was the other thing. But that was a perfectly executed play by them.
Yeah.
And it was just a shame because it's like seeing Sabonis hugged up against Embiid. Like, I felt like Sabonis needed to cut off Maxey. And he was just hugged onto Embiid.
Yes, but the play was just drawn out so beautifully, though. Like, it was the thought process, especially since the play before that happened, sideline out of bounds, was so different that I think the thought process for the Kings defense was, well, Maxey's in the backcourt as like plan B, right? They're going to get it to Maxey in the backcourt so he can get the ball and just go back there. No. The whole thing was to get Maxey just going downhill, get that pitch pass from Joel Embiid, and that's they executed it just so perfectly.
It's tough because you have Edgecombe in one corner and George in the other, but I want Maxey to pass in that situation. I want to force him to pass. And that there was no help. Like you 100%. Said, there's no one under the rim, and then Achua and Cardwell come over late. And it's weird watching the replay. It felt like they just jumped late. Like they were hesitating on the jump, worried about fouling him. It's like, no, go contest it.
Yeah.
Like go contest it.
Send him to the line and make him make some free throws.
Sure. And it was just crazy to me. And you're right. It was great execution, but I thought the Kings could have defended that a lot better.
Oh, of course they could have. I mean, there was just no communication there on what the Kings needed to do. That also goes back to the coaching staff. No one also not having a timeout at the end, even though they were in a timeout from the Sixers or whoever.
You're right, and that's been a theme with Doug Christie. He takes so many timeouts in the first half, and you'll look a lot of times in the second half, it'll be like late third quarter or early third quarter, like, oh my God, they've got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah.
And they're playing the final stretch of this game tonight in a close game without any timeouts.
Yeah.
And it just can't happen. I understand it happens every once in a while, but this is a theme. They had a game earlier this year that I think they didn't have a timeout for like the final 8 minutes of the game and somehow figured it out.
Yeah.
But it's not a thing you want to continually get in, especially if you're trying to win a close game. It's like, oh, I got no timeouts left. They burn those timeouts like crazy.
Yeah, and that's something that just needs to be managed better. And he's a first-year head coach, still finding his groove with so many different things. But, I mean, the execution on that defense at the end wasn't good, but I also thought how perfectly planned out that play was drawn out for someone like Tyrese Maxey, who's so explosive, so quick, got that first step on Schroeder and just went. It was amazing. And that's going back to even what we were saying about the connection with Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey. It's just been elite lately and right there to win the game.
This Sixers team now 26-21. I know everything hinges on Embiid being healthy.
Yes.
But he looks healthy right now.
He does.
And he's playing well.
And I love that.
The two-man game between those two, like you just said,
Yeah.
it's so tough to navigate.
Fun to watch.
Because they set that ball screen up high. And what are your options? Like, especially when you're not a good defensive team like Sacramento, it's like you switch it, you're in some trouble. You blitz it, which the Kings did sometimes. They blitz the ball handler, Maxey high. He gets off the ball, and then Embiid's creating for others. Or Embiid on that short roll gets to that free throw line. He can make a play, but he also loves that free throw line area.
He's so good at
it. And so, and then you think about Maxey's just pure speed.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not only you have to worry about Embiid rolling to the basket, it's Embiid popping out and being able to hit the three. So you've got Maxey's speed, the versatility of Embiid. It's deadly. Watching that Sixers team, I'm like, the East is wide open.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wouldn't predict that they're coming out of the East at all, but they're a sneaky, tough team.
They are, and especially when Paul George is having a hot night. He had a hotter night in that last win against Milwaukee where he was knocking down every three-pointer, it felt like. But tonight he finished with 15 points. He was 7 of 15. But it's just another option, another fantastic option to have. Like, there's times I remember you and I in the beginning of the season were like, what's Paul George doing lately? And then we see these highlights where it's in overtime and he's like doing something defensively, knocking down a big shot on the other side. And it's like, oh shit.
He had 9 threes the other night against Milwaukee.
Yeah. And so that's why the Sixers even being up and down with some of these games. And you saw it against the Kings tonight where I was going, oh, this makes sense why they are where they are in the East and everything. But when they have all their guys in there, when they are capable to play those minutes and at a high level, you see what damage that they could be capable of doing in the East.
Sydney in the chat says Embiid is up there with Anthony Davis and protected species by the refs. They are endangered, and it's evident by their injury rates.
That's funny.
Well, a couple of things. One, Embiid definitely gets some calls. There's no doubt about it. He's a master at selling.
Mm-hmm.
How many times he falls to the ground. The other guy who's like that now.
He's not there yet, but he's been doing it a lot more. Wemby.
Victor Wembanyama.
I know
that guy
exactly
is falling. Any contact, he just falls to the ground,
It's too
hoping
much.
they blow the whistle. And when he goes to the ground, it's like, it's a giant falling down.
Yeah.
You're going to notice as a ref, you're like, how do you fall down?
Yeah.
But yeah, Embiid's had that gift for years. But also, you can't really take away from his talent level. It's difficult to defend no matter what, whether he's getting calls or not. And tonight, Embiid ends up with 37 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. He was 10 of 13 at the free throw line, but 13 of 21 from the field. Maxey, 40 points, 12 of 18 shooting, 4-9 from 3, 12 of 13 shooting. He also had 8 assists tonight. Tyrese Maxey, by the way, our butcher and barrel player of the game.
It makes sense. Good for him. 40 points. My goodness.
The game winner.
And the game winner. And so smart missing that free throw at the end in perfect fashion to not allow the Kings to have another possession, another opportunity, because they also didn't have any timeouts left. So Tyrese Maxey, our butcher and barrel player of the game, make sure to go there. It's across the street from Golden One Center on K Street. It's fantastic food, fantastic people. They have game day deals, $38 for a Wagyu burger, a shot and a beer. Make sure you go there. All the Kings fans are there before the game.
Appreciate their support of the podcast. Also, shout out to Mr. Cat, who says, gorgeous Deuce, and God, you're beautiful, Deuce.
Wow. And he wanted to make sure that you were
Yeah, he
reading
really
his
wanted.
comments.
He goes, I am being
Jesus.
genuine. And what I would say to that is, I know.
I knew you were going to say.
You know, my hair, dude, I just got my hair cut yesterday.
Wow, everyone. Wow.
Dude, look at
that.
My suit looks great.
Affirmation.
I'm getting in elite shape.
I'm getting in elite
Yeah,
shape.
yeah. You should have seen my workout today. Unbelievable. My
Why didn't
endurance
Why
level.
didn't you post it?
Why would I do that? But yeah, to your point, Mr. Cat, yeah, I'm gorgeous, beautiful, great smile, charming, funny, and now in shape. And maybe by the final podcast.
Honestly though, seriously, like stop being gross
Okay,
and weird
sorry,
and cocky and stupid. But honestly, you should be super proud of yourself though.
Okay.
What? Why can't I give you affirmation, but some random guy can and
You
say,
sound like my therapist today.
really, you got affirmation?
She's good at it. Yeah.
Aw, that's sweet. No, but you should be so proud. You've been on this health journey, and like you're so healthy mentally, physically, and all the different things. And I know like you're joking, you're like, I'm so in shape, blah blah. But I know you feel good, and that's awesome, and I'm really happy for you and super proud.
There's like spit above your lip right now. I'm sorry. It was really distracting. Did you say something?
Do you want me to point out? You have something in your teeth. You have a
Okay.
booger in your nose.
I'm leaving it there for later. I'll flick it on you, huh? Anyway,
Yeah.
Thanks for the love. And thanks, Mel. Appreciate that. What else I want to talk about from this game?
Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. We did talk about some of the young guys missing.
We need to talk some trade stuff in a second. I do want to mention that we're presented by our friends over at Sentivo Vineyards and Winery.
The best bottles like in the world, in my opinion. I love every single bottle I've ever had there, and you can go check them out, sentivovineyards.com, or you can go to their brand new tasting room in Sassoon Valley. It's absolutely stunning, and I'm not joking. They are the best family in the whole world. They were just at the last Kings game, and they're just a joy to be around. I just want to be a part of their family, like truly, and drink all their wine with them. with them. So go to sentivovineyards.com.
Also presented by our friends over at Medic
Medic
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Woo!
We are proud to be with Medic Ambulance. Yes, we are. Woo, woo. Medic Ambulance has set the standard in emergency medical services for over 45 years now. From life-saving responses to being the team behind the scenes at your favorite events, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
Thanks for their support. So the Kings, Morgan Reagan, are sitting at 12-37 after tonight officially tied for the worst record in the NBA.
Yay.
What do we do there?
Which button are you going to push?
I was gonna go the breaking news one. You know what's so funny? I was like, hey, the Kings are tied with the Pelicans for their worst record in the NBA, and Morgan wanted to hit this.
Give me a hell yeah.
It's so messed up.
I did not.
Morgan's like 12-37.
No, screw you. I literally was like, what is he going to push? What is he going to do?
So the Wizards won tonight. They
Okay.
beat the Bucks.
Whoa.
They've won 2 in a row. They play the Kings at the end of this road trip. They're 12-34 now. The Pacers won their last game. They're 12-36. The Kings are at 12-37, losers of 7 in a row, and the Pelicans are 12-37, and they've lost just one their last game. So 12-37. We get a comment in our YouTube after every game from this one guy. I forget his name.
Yeah.
He goes, "We are the best 12-36 team in NBA history. 12-37 team in NBA history." Whatever. He says it after every game.
Yeah.
And watching it tonight, I was like, I mean, is that true? Are we the best 12-37 team in NBA history? If you put together talent,
What's the
I don't know.
criteria?
I don't know.
Like, I'm really thinking about that now. I'm like, well,
like tonight, did they look like a 12-37 team tonight?
no.
There have been more nights as of late, they haven't looked like a 12-37 team. There have been some bad nights too.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just I'm so abused at this point that like I'm not even being fazed by losses. Dude, it's so funny. Like I get comments on social media and on Reddit. Oh, Deuce is gonna crash out tonight. Dude, this is the night. Deuce is going off the Tower Bridge. And it's like,
oh my God.
First of all, that's not very high.
No.
The second,
and not cool.
the Tower Bridge.
Well, no, like not cool for people to say that. Yeah. No,
Okay,
okay,
relax. My goodness.
Go on. So they say that.
Anyway, and no, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like this year is what it is. I've accepted it, and I jokingly say, are they the best 12-37 team in NBA history?
Okay, here's my next thing.
Yeah.
Do we not tonight, but go back and look at other 12 and 13, or see where they end? Let's see where the Kings end.
That's seriously something Bill Simmons would do. He goes, are they the best 12-37 team of all time? I go back and look at the how about the 1975 Washington Bullets?
No.
What about the 87 Clippers?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Like,
I can't
I mean, I
do
don't know,
that.
I'm joking.
Okay, no, I like joking
But
about
in the
it more.
chat, someone says, this is the ideal game. Jeff says, this is the ideal game. Competitive
Yes.
basketball for 48 minutes, and they still come away with a loss.
Yes. and I don't mean to be, because like at the end of the day, like these guys, they play to win the game. They're I can't imagine that all of these guys on this roster have an emotional connection to the Sacramento Kings. They know the writing's on the wall with what this roster is and what's it going to be. Maybe not some of the young guys, like obviously, like they feel like this is the first team that I'm a part of. This is going to be my future. Let's go. But not for some of the other guys, I'm assuming. I'm speculating. And when I see a game like this happen where they do everything they can in their power to try and play winning basketball, and that's utilizing an entire team and doing the right thing, doing the fundamentals, working hard, diving on the ground for a loose ball, I'm here for it. If you get the loss, you get the loss. And yes, honestly, in a year like this, it's better to see a loss when you've only won 12 games and we're going into game 50 tomorrow.
That's crazy. 50 games in tomorrow when they take on the Boston Celtics. We are, as of today, 1 week away from the NBA trade deadline. It's like 6 days, technically 6 days and something hours, but 1 week ago. What was that?
I just wanted you to do the noise.
You were just pointing at something like, as if I'm supposed to just know.
Read my mind.
You just I'm like, what am I missing?
I don't know why. I wanted
okay, let me do that for you.
Wait, we're one. Yeah.
And we are just 1 week away from the NBA's trade deadline. The Giannis news broke yesterday. He wants a new home. Not requesting a trade, but just would like a new home.
Yeah.
We learned today from Sam Amick over at The Athletic that the main suitors for Giannis, according to his reporting, the New York Knicks, the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heat, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Obviously, this news impacts the Sacramento Kings in a big way, right?
Yes.
Because there was a lot of talk that the Bucks had interest in potentially adding someone like Zach LaVine to the team to help Giannis. That to me always seems so far-fetched. Like, what was that really going to do to elevate the Bucks to the next level, unless there is some fortunate breaks along the way where maybe other teams had issues or injuries and then the Bucks got red hot. It seems so far-fetched to me that was going to help. Well, now that's off the table, right? But it doesn't mean Sacramento can't play a role in this whole thing. I think the Giannis deal is going to be a tough one to execute. You know, do they get involved as a third team in this mix? Does this trade even happen before the deadline? Is it, is there enough time for this type of deal with a player like Giannis to get a deal done?
So many questions, so many angles, but that's what makes this so fun. Now, I say so fun. My heart goes out to Milwaukee Bucks fans.
Yes.
I feel that on so many different levels. Obviously, being a Sacramento Kings fans, we went through so much shit for all the years, but just last year specifically, firing a coach that got the Kings back to the playoffs, and then De'Aaron Fox being traded for, obviously not to support where the Kings need to go in the future. So yes, if you are a Bucks fan and you're looking at the situation, you're like, fine, if the writing is on the wall and we have to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo, we got to do it right. You got to do it right. And I feel like the way to do it right is you don't do it when you get super desperate. And you're already getting there because he's getting closer and closer because the verbiage has come out.
But
ready
he's
for a
hurt
new
right
home.
now too. That's the other thing. If that calf issue is like significant, first of all, you do not want to play around with that.
No.
You have to be really cautious about that. So I think that's a challenge to kind of overcome, and not that it would prevent a team from doing it, but if you're the Bucks, like if he needs to be shut down the rest of the year and you just attack this in the offseason, then do it. I mean, one, I understand like some deals may not be there, but there could be teams that maybe because of the result of the season would be more willing to part with more to get a deal done. I just look at the teams involved. I'm like, these are the teams? Like, who is a blue chip prospect that Minnesota is offering?
Yep.
I understand the picks. Or the Warriors. They have all these picks in the post-Steph era. Okay, I mean, those could end up being great, but are you, as a Bucks fan or the Bucks front office, going, dude, we got Pajemski and Moody and a whole bunch of picks. Let's go.
No.
I mean,
and that's where they're at. And that's why this situation, when you do hear these are the teams involved, and then going on, you also hear teams like the San Antonio Spurs and OKC Thunder, they're not interested, right? They like where they're at.
Is that true?
And that's where
do we buy this 100%?
No, you never buy that 100%. It's 100%, especially with someone like Sam Presti, who is willing to trade high on players, like we have seen his track record that has actually led to a championship. Now, where that gets weird is that there's a team right now where you probably still want to see what you can get out of them.
Still the number one team in the league. Tremendous chemistry.
They all like each other. Yes.
Won a championship last year.
But so when do you take that tweak, or make that tweak, or do what you need to do? It just sounds so scary. It's a position I would never want to be in. It sounds so powerful too, because if you did have to give up a Chet Holmgren for
or Jalen Williams,
that would be really hard. But at the same time, you're not getting worse.
Well, you don't know, because, I mean, adding Giannis to your fold does change the way how you operate your offense. It's just going to change things in general, right?
And you don't know where his health is, too, for this season specifically.
You also, when you get him, let's say you trade for him, how many games is he going to end up playing with you before the playoffs?
Well, that's
20, 25?
Yeah, and that's tough.
I mean, maybe.
To get things going.
That's really tough. And then, so I know it's a long-term thing if you're trading for Giannis, too. It's not just for this year. And that's the other power that Giannis has, right? He has, 2 more years left on his deal.
Yeah.
There's like an option in one of them. He could opt out. So he's going to have some say in where he goes. But with all that said, forget the Bucks for a second. How the Kings get in on the mix.
Oh, there we go.
And I don't know. We spent so much time talking about this trade deadline. When I watch the Sacramento Kings and I'm an opposing team and I'm seeing someone like Dennis Schroeder impact the game in a positive way, and his contract's not crazy. It's next year and then a partial guarantee of $4 million the year after that, and you need a point guard. Like, how do you not look at him as someone that could be appealing? Or even Westbrook, like if you're an opposing team, right? Sure, but you think about him in the right situation, maybe he can help. He helped a Denver team last year that was in the playoffs. He played on a really good team there. And then you think of someone like DeMar DeRozan. His contract, I'm not sure it's as easy to move as maybe I once thought. I thought, oh, man, that partial guarantee is not that big of a deal.
Why is it?
Well, I mean, if you pick it up, it's $25 million, and you're still trading for $25 million too. So it's not that easy. But anyway, I'm watching these guys on the Kings roster, and you could see how they could help another team is my point.
Yeah.
I'm watching Houston last night. Oh my goodness, against San Antonio.
Oof.
The Spurs' physicality, I mean, they pretty much assault people defensively.
Yes.
Like, they beat the shit out of people.
Yeah.
And it's
fun.
worked for them, right?
It's fun.
But in that game, when Durant's not on the floor, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
The Van Vliet injury was a killer for them. Amen Thompson
doesn't even want to shoot the basketball. He's scared.
His confidence was zapped last night.
I hate it.
They were not defending it. They played off of him the entire time. Wemby was just playing off. And he was getting open looks in the mid-range. Stop
He
making
looked like Dylan Cardwell getting the ball down low.
or like Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
When Ben Simmons wouldn't shoot. And
oh God.
he was clearly rattled, right?
He's got to fix that quick.
And he's such a talented player. The point being is there are some good teams around the league. Minnesota's another one of these teams where you go, they need another guard.
Yep.
They need someone that can organize a little bit.
Floor
And
organizer.
I don't know. I just feel like the Kings have a lot of guys that could make sense for other teams. It would be puzzling to me if those other teams do not try to make a move for something that Sacramento has beyond Keon Ellis.
I mean, obviously, I'm with you on that, but I just don't understand the thinking for some of these other teams. And obviously, I can't imagine Scott Perry holding a whole bunch of guards hostage and being like, give me a pick, or else. Like, I'm sure they're willing to just go, budge
I think it's
with
simple.
other things.
The Kings don't want to take back bad deals.
Yes,
Now,
long contract commitments.
I will say, I'm sure they would take back a bad deal for the right draft compensation.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, if you're offering a shit contract, yeah, we'll take it, but you need to attach a couple of picks to it. And that's, the way some bad teams have gone about things in the past. Like OKC did that. Think about when they trade for Horford's deal. They didn't do it for free. It's like, we'll take Horford's deal in, take a pick. Okay. You want to accumulate draft assets. And if you're going to be bad next year, it's like, what's a couple more years of this deal if it's bad, if we're also getting picks out of it? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think there's a lot of people out there who thought maybe the Kings could look like a whole different team after this trade deadline.
A whole new
team. A team that passes and lights the beam.
But not this year because we want the first pick.
And there's only one way to get that pick.
Lose, 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 lose. Is that pretty good?
Unbelievable losses, undescribable games, turnovers, rebounds, and misses.
I wish you had more confidence.
I wish you sang.
I do.
Please dare, don't you shut up.
You amaze me because sometimes you get off, it's like, oh my God, she's on a heater. And then it's like,
where was the fucking heater?
I mean, the voice was amazing. It's like you hit your first 3 threes and then you took one. It's like, oh, it's okay. She missed it. And then it was like, oh my God, why'd she take that one? And
You're
that one, and
you're
that one.
asking, you led that song. Can I be honest? Let's be honest. Mr. Not Songwriter, you literally took the song from losses to number 1 pick. So I had to create a whole new story that was in my head to a whole new world parody.
You saying about lighting the beam when we don't want to light the beam.
A beam is one story. There's one angle. You either light it or you don't.
We don't.
And with this, you went from Kings losing to then the draft. That is like 7 different angles.
I was countering what you said about lighting the beam with, no, but not too much. You want the number 1 pick. Lose, lose, lose. That's what we want. I was fixing your mess. I was cleaning up your shit. Sean the Chest says, Mo needs to sing about the trade deadline, please. Well, you have to watch our live trade deadline extravaganza next Thursday morning when we are live for the entire NBA trade deadline. And I know this. Morgan's got some stuff up her sleeve.
I guess I better get to work.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. So stupid.
Max says, the Kings are making them fight. It's gotten bad. We're not fighting. This is nothing.
Oh, my God. I'll show you a fight.
Digital Henry says, impromptu singing usually only goes one way, but Mo does have a nice singing voice.
That's really kind.
Give me a hell yeah.
She's got a karaoke voice.
Okay.
Oh, musical trade deadline pod.
That would be insane if it was a musical the entire time.
Oh, we should pick one song that would be easy to.
We can figure it out.
We have 1 week to figure it out.
Yeah. Westbrook did not play tonight.
He did not.
Neither did Malik Monk. Monk was on the court getting some shots up. I wonder how much of this is like, hey, like, you guys are a little nicked up right now. We could just be cautious with this.
You
Let's take. I don't know. Is that the case?
I hope.
Yeah.
I hope, and I guess where I say I hope that is the case because.
By the way, this cup has been empty for 10 minutes, and I keep going, like grabbing it to act like there's
I'm
more
so
water,
thirsty
and I'm like,
too.
can I get this last drop? Nope. It's like I have sand in my mouth.
So
like I'm
anyway,
in a desert.
like you're in a desert. Go get water then.
It's okay. We're almost done.
Okay. What I was gonna say is I hope because when we do see other teams possibly doing the same thing because they have no chance of making a play-in, a playoffs, whatever. It's like they're like looking at the draft and going, okay, yeah, like we're being patient with our young roster. I think about the Utah Jazz. And so this is the direction we want to go. We need to start sitting guys or whatever it is. I'm just like, don't be better than the Kings at that too. You know? That would crush my soul in a draft like this, in a year like this, where I couldn't do this again.
Morgan, I was just, while you're talking, thinking about this too.
Yeah.
Our J Street Dental moment of the game.
Of course.
I think it's a simple one.
The final play.
Maxey game winner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Love it.
And Embiid and Maxey combining for 77.
Yep. That's our J Street Dental moment of the game, enriching lives and enhancing smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com. You can also check out their sister office, Sacramento River Dental. See, I got a cat. I got a cap. It's a temporary. So it's
Congrats.
plastic.
Okay.
You can't even tell.
And your dentist said what to you?
Oh, they said not only is my gum health amazing, but also that my teeth. And I don't know. They said my teeth are so white that usually they put on this like cap and then they stain it a little bit to make it like the normal tooth. And they said yours is so white that we can't stain it.
The whitest they've ever seen.
Yeah.
I think they said widest with a D, like because your teeth are so wide.
I honestly don't get this joke. Deuce has done this joke already today. And if they are, I do have wide teeth too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They said your teeth. I've never seen teeth this wide.
I used to have a huge gap right here.
Like a Strahan, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I had to get
That's cool.
braces galore.
Yeah, can all be blessed with great teeth.
Anyway,
like me.
J Street Dental. I'll help ya.
Next up for the Sacramento Kings, they take on the Boston Celtics tomorrow night. Second night of a back-to-back, and then they finish a road trip at Washington. It'll be 3 games in 4 nights. So, yeah, this is a crazy stretch for the Kings. It's 7 in a row. Boston just lost their last game at home to the Hawks, where they didn't play great. Got off to a slow start that kind of doomed them. But you know how talented this team is. So we'll be live again to talk about the game, but also big picture. And like, honestly, I don't know. I mean, we'll be ready to go live if there's any type of trade. But we're at that point where it's like, you leave the alerts on and just expect something to happen at some point.
And if anything new comes up, if Slater were to write something new about Kuminga or anything else too, that would obviously be what we're talking about tomorrow night. So follow along, people. It's a Friday night party tomorrow with Deuce and Mo.
Yeah, Friday night, probably live around 9:45, 9:30 p.m. Pacific time after
party.
Kings and Celtics. We love you guys so much. Make sure on the way out, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment. Trying to get the subscribers. The next goal is 23,000. We got a long way to go before then, but let's get that rolling.
Get to our Jordan number.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys so much. But we gots to go.
We'll see you all tomorrow night. See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.